to watch.
Baggedmilk. Baggedmilk. Baggedmilk.
Oh, I swear.
Oh, Baggedmilk.
And I'm hungry like
Baggedmilk.
Last night's game. I guess we'll start there. Baggedmilk.
Do we have to?
You know what it is?
Just do like
it wasn't the way you want to come back from the break. But at the same point, I also think that this was one of those ones where maybe it was a scheduled loss in the sense that you listen to a guy like Jason Strudwick yesterday who was talking about it on Twitter, how these first games back from a break can be tough to get your legs going.
I guess, but you'd like to see them do a little better than last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
without question. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out some kind of answer here. You know, what I mean? It was rough to watch. There's no other way to put it.
This team does not do time off well.
No.
This specific team, they do not come back from a loss well at all, right? Like it's just been brutal.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. I mean, I don't understand why exactly that they can't seem to get themselves going after a break, but yeah, they weren't executing, they weren't passing well, they looked timid with the puck. They didn't look like they were confident as they were against the Capitals or even Montreal earlier last week. It was a rough one.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Tyson Barrie?
You know what? He had a rough one last night too. He was directly responsible for a pair of goals. So
He's had a rough year.
It hasn't been his year at all. And to have this happen in the first year of his new contract is not what you wanted from him.
Especially, I saw somebody commenting like they traded away Ethan Bear.
Yeah.
And part of that was signing Tyson Barrie.
That was a mistake.
Well, and also
Hindsight,
you've kind of got two players that are very, very similar on that right side. You know, you've got Evan Bouchard, who's just trying to figure it out and just trying to make his bones in the league. He's got less than a season worth of NHL experience. So you're hoping that a guy like Barrie would be able to pick up the slack at least a little bit. And that just hasn't happened yet. So that story is going to be interesting to follow because, like I said, he's just starting his contract. And I don't know what the options really are on that one.
Has Mike Smith been hurt again?
So yesterday, if you weren't watching, it looked like he hurt his leg again in the second period, towards the end of the second period. There's been no update yet, but I mean, come on, that was only his 7th appearance of the year, and it was game 43 last night. So if he's hurt again, the Oilers are in a rough shape because Mikko Koskinen's in COVID protocol for the next few days. So leaning heavy on Skinner.
I got my pads in the garage.
Yeah. Get the duct tape.
I trust
pads
you,
out.
man. I trust you. I've got old Sears catalogs and wish books if they need me.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to start looking for alternative measures here soon.
You know what might be, and we've talked about this just to sort of put a spin on this, a positive spin on this. The fact that the Edmonton Oilers are having to like a condensed sort of second half of the schedule based on some of the COVID games lost in December and early January might be the best thing for these young guys. Like just keep them on the damn ice. Like keep going because any time off it just seems to suck the life out of them and they can't get their momentum, their mojo back. So they're back on the ice tonight.
They're going to be on the ice a lot in the next little while.
And they're at home to Chicago. And the Chicago Blackhawks are not the team of yesteryear, so we might have it'll be a good game anyway.
Yeah, I think that I think you're right in the sense that the Oilers need to get a rhythm. They've had so many gaps between play, but then also Grant's right in the sense that they have 5 games in 8 days or 5 games in 7 days next week. So this schedule gets really, really heavy. They need to get a rhythm going. I think it's going to help them playing more often.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Then you look at some of the games, like they've got 2 back-to-back sets next week. So is that going to help? I don't know. That's a lot,
especially
of
with the goaltending situation. Like you don't have a 1-2, you can trade off games. It doesn't seem like so.
No, and
do they have anybody in the system
all year?
Stuart Skinner.
Well, there's Stuart Skinner is going to be your default guy. That'll be your third option. Then Ilya Konovalov would be number 4. Now he's just coming over from Russia and getting his feet wet in the North American game. So I don't know what the appetite would be like for them to play him, but it's going to be interesting to see how this goes if Ken Holland can't find a trade for a goalie here.
There he is, Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation. Thank you for your time as always, my friend.
Thank you.